I'm back. Uh, these episodes are definitely like my traveling episodes. I decided to journey across the globe a little bit for the summer. So here we are. There's always gonna be a different background for a little bit, which is kind of exciting. And then there's a part of like perfectionist side of me that feels like, oh, it should be the same all the time. It should always be like, it should look a certain way. You shouldn't see my reflection in the TV. Like, it's like, and I cannot continue to think that way because then I'll end up in a space of paralyzation and I won't be getting anything done. Truly. I mean, last night, which goes into the episode we're talking about today, last night, I finished everything I was supposed to finish. Literally, for that day, I had scheduled, I got it all done, and I was done by like 4:30. I thought I gave myself until 5 to finish everything. I got done at 4:30. And when that happened, I immediately started to feel guilty. I started to feel maybe even like ashamed that how am I running my own business and I'm done at 4:30, and now I'm just gonna like shower and eat dinner and be in bed by like 6. I think it was I was in bed by 6. And I felt really uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable because I created these scenarios in my head where there will be these people who are other entrepreneurs or even, people more successful than I am say like, oh my gosh, like, how could you allow yourself to rest for the rest of the day when you finished everything? If you're done at 4:30, then you should be working till 8 on other projects. Like, don't you have other projects to work on? And then I have to tell myself, oh, there's always more work to do. There's always more work to do. And I know myself, my power completely turns off, honestly, after 2 p.m. I don't have it. Like, if I'm seeing clients, it needs to be late morning to like very, very early afternoon. I can't do evening um, one-on-ones because I don't have the energy. And so for me, I really had to remind myself about 10 times, it's okay that you rest. It's okay that you relax. It's okay that you lay down. It's okay if you, turn off your phone or don't respond to anyone for the rest of the night. It's okay that this early night ending at 4:30 is okay. And it reminded me of what was shared in one of my sessions, and I got permission to share this. I was asking a client, what is their definition of guilt, right? Because I see it time and time again. A lot of us women of color, especially as Black women, us who are high achieving, us who are creative, us who were raised like get straight A's, get a scholarship, all that. We have this I don't know if you want to call it juxtaposition, I'm not sure. We have this thing about like work hard, climb to the top, do what you got to do, push through, power through, make it happen. And on the other side, there's this, I really want to rest, right? Like, because when you think about it, personal, my own personal life, when you think about it, excuse me, my allergies are so bad being here right now. So I might sniffle a bit and hopefully it's not too annoying. For me, because I got straight A's in middle school, high school, honors program, Gates Millennium Scholarship, you know, got my master's, applied for my doctoral degrees, declined the offers because thank goodness there was a smart um, man there. Like, he was the chair of the program. And he was like, everything you're saying you want to do, Dante, with your career, you can do it with your master's degree. You don't want to be in a PhD program, try to figure out if you want to be in a PhD program. And I was like, Mm. The heavens open. And that was like one of the first things that I gave myself permission, like, I don't have to keep climbing to that top. And he's right. I mean, as my life so far, I've been able to do everything that I wanted to do with my degree without getting the PhD. And now I'm in the space of restructuring what I want to do. I love what I do and I want to start doing it a little differently. I don't know what that looks like yet, but trust me, you'll be one of the first to know what it is. So, anyways, back to my client. So, when I was asking them what is their definition of guilt, simply they said, unworthy, feeling unworthy of ease, feeling unworthy of ease. That was their guilt. That was when um they chose rest over productivity, when they chose themselves over people pleasing, when they chose themselves um over functioning, right? And it just really shook me. Like it shook me and it moved me because I'm like, oh dang, that's it. Like I love it when clients, I don't know if clients are aware of this. However, for at least for me and my session, like my clients always give me treats for my own life to help other people. Like I don't ever feel like I have all the answers. I know all the things. Let me tell you what's up and what you're gonna do. Like I truly believe you are the expert on your own life. So when they said this, guilt means for them the feeling of unworthy of ease. I was like, I gotta share this. I gotta share this. And so that's what came up for me going back to the story. That's came up for me last night. I felt unworthy of ease, which if you were to ask me anytime, any day, any time of the day, all last year, all this year, 2 years ago, my future version of myself, I'm going to continuously say, I want a life of ease. I want a life of ease. I want a life of, gosh, what's that word? Luxury is coming up, but luxury is not the word. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. Definitely like just like a life of ease, just chilling, getting the work done, paying the bills, doing some travel, overall, just knowing that I have abundance. And I don't have to move if I don't wanna move, Like, I don't have to go on a last minute trip to Bali. I don't have to, go to this, women empowerment conference that's happening next week, and I just found out about it last night, the tickets are selling out. Like, I could literally just chill. I wanna be able to know that if it's too hot outside, I can have my AC on whenever I want it to have it on. I don't have to worry about, like, "Well, it's gonna cost $200 this month," and, like, be okay with it. I think I talked about this before. This comes up a lot for me now that I live in a hotter place. Um, if it's too cold, right, so I do enjoy the cold as well. I wanna be able to heat my house, right? I wanna feel cozy. I wanna have ease. I wanna have abundance. And when me included, raising my hand here, when we're the people that want to keep climbing and keep achieving, because somewhere along the way we've learned that, somewhere along the way we were taught that, you got to get it, you got to get it. Look at these people who made $1 million. Look at your friends who already bought a house. What are you doing still in an apartment? Me, right? After a while, you get tired of chasing sometimes a dream that's not even yours. Right? I don't think I ever really saw myself owning a home. You know what? I used to say, because for those who don't know, I'm from Seattle. Second part of my life, I grew up in Atlanta. That's why I say I'm from both. But, I was born in Seattle, Washington. And I always said, I want to have a house back in my hometown. Now, I didn't see this house. I don't know how many doors it had, windows it had. I just felt like I wanted a place to call home in my hometown. Now it doesn't have to be Seattle proper. It could be like on the outskirts. That's fine with me. But just like a place that's home, right? But I never actually really wanted a house, just something. And so as I'm getting older, I continue to question myself on that. Like, what is it that I want? Right now, I do think I would like to rent a house. All right, I'll even rent a what do you call those? Well, mother-in-law suite, right? I don't think I want to buy a house. I still want to be able to move around. However, just thinking about what I want now, because I'm Black female, because I went to Spelman, because I have my own business, because all these things, all these high achieving things, it's like, oh, maybe you should move to New York, or maybe you should live in Atlanta, or everyone always says like move to Houston. It's like, is that my dream? Do I have to be in these mega cities to feel successful? Do I have to be continuously working my ass off and networking and, letting that be my guiding light to feel like I've made it? To feel like what I'm trying to say is, do I have to keep climbing, taking on these narratives and goals that may not be mine just to one day have that ease that I believe a lot of us want? It's like a really fucked up thing, right? It's like if you think about ease and you're like, I just want to, gosh, I can't remember that word, but you just want a chill lifestyle, right? Where everything you have around you is everything that you need and you ever want for. People will tell you you have to make $10,000 a month, $25,000 a month, to have that lifestyle that you crave, right? Once you accomplish that, then you can have ease. What if, this is what I'm currently working on, what if you boil down, if that does that make sense? Boil down? What I mean, like, what if you just take kind of the essence of the things that you want? So, example, using myself, I want to be able to wake up without an alarm clock. I'm one of those people who wake up at 8 a.m. no matter what, it doesn't matter. Nowadays, it's more like 7:30 a.m. I want to be able to have food in my home. If I don't have food in my home, I'm gonna be able to buy that food. I'm gonna be able to buy fresh, organic, straight from the farm type food. I want to have access to water and heat and cooling. I want to be able to travel, not like every weekend. I'm not on that anymore. But I want to be able to travel when I want to. I want to be able to plan for travel. I want to have every room in my house to feel lived in, right? I want to have love in my life, romantic, family, friend, love in my career. I want to work a certain amount of hours. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like direct hours, maybe like 12 to 15 hours a week. We'll say that for now. And the rest of my time I can be creative or walk around the neighborhood or do community stuff, nothing. I don't have to put on the community events, be able to attend the community events, right? That's my version of ease. And when you really take out the essence or boil it down, I'm gonna keep using that until it makes sense to me. There's someone else. When you pull everything back and just see what you're really left with, is that life 25,000 a month? You might be surprised that life may only be 4,000 a month, 3,000 a month. And I understand there are a lot of us in this world who don't see 3,000 a month. I get that. I understand that. The point I'm highlighting is that we get caught up. I get caught up as high achieving women. We get caught up in gotta climb, has to be this, has to be that. And to be honest, I was stuck in that for a really long time. I thought I should have a certain kind of car, certain address. I used to literally, I used to only want my address to say that city. Like when I was living in Atlanta, it had to say Atlanta, Georgia. I didn't want it to say Smyrna. I didn't want it to say College Park. I didn't want it to say Douglasville. I wanted to say Atlanta. You know, I had that mindset for so long that I should have the coolest car. Now, I never really wanted, well, maybe I did want a luxury car. I was in like Mercedes BMW. I never really wanted that car. But sometimes I do want the Jaguar, the F-Pace, the hybrid one. But I don't really hear people talk about Jag. So is Jag a luxury car? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. But I had a Jeep. I had a Jeep Wrangler for a long time. Love that car. Love that car. I mean, still miss that car. However, it wasn't bringing me ease in the sense of gas. I didn't like that I was going to the gas station every 4 days. I'm used to like every 7 days, maybe 8 days, getting gas. It wasn't, it just didn't make sense to me anymore. Like, why am I spending so much money in gas? Especially, I like to drive. I like to road trip. I like to, be about town. And so when you're being about town, you're filling up at least every 4 days. And if I was really, really about town, every 3 days. So I wanted more ease. I don't, one of the last things I wanted to think about was, dang, I got to get gas again. No. One of the last things I wanted to think about was, Oh, shoot, man, my car note is so high. Like, right now, my car is paid off. Is there a scratch on the side of my car? Yeah. Has it been there since December of 2021? Yes. And it's mainly been there that long because I forget about it. It's not on the driver's side. I forget about it, and I'm like, "I should probably really get that fixed." It's just it doesn't meet the priority. I'm trying to create more ease, and I'm damn sure not trying to feel guilty about that ease anymore. It's hard, though, and so, like, this is a one-man band, one-woman band, so please, if you have any suggestions, if you feel like you struggle with this yourself, I wanna hear from you. Like, let's start talking about this more. Because 'cause I'm telling you, when my client said that, I was like, "Dang, that's so true." That's so true. Like, even right now, after this, I'm like after I record this, like, "Okay, well, let me go ahead and, wash the dishes out of the sink, and then maybe you can lay down because 'cause I'm tired." Like, I feel really tired. Allergies are kicking my ass, like, been waking up early every day for the past probably 2 weeks, like 2 hours earlier than what I'm used to waking up, and I'm tired. Like, I'm tired. So, uh I just want you to know that these are things that I struggle with. I'm sure you struggle with too, like, wouldn't be here if we weren't kinda similar. And I want us to keep thinking about, like, what is ease for us? What does that really look like if we weren't thinking about what others would say or others feel like we should move about it? And how can we really work on guilt not robbing ease? Okay? So, I'm gonna end it here. Allergies are coming in full force. You got this. I'll see you in the next one.